Dear students, today in the third lecture we are going to discuss about the correlation. First of all, we will discuss what is distribution. Types of distribution. There are two types of distribution. First is called univariate distribution. Univariate means a distribution in which there is only one variable, such as heights of a students of a class. And second distribution is bivariate distribution. Bivariate means two variables. The distribution involving two variables such as heights and weights of the students of a class. That means actually bivariate distribution means two variables are involved in any distribution or any correlation. But the point is, now we are going to discuss the correlation term. So let us start with in bivariate distribution, whenever two variables x and y are so related that an increase in the one is affected by an increase or decrease in the other, then the variables are said to be correlated. For example, the yield of crop varies with the amount of rainfall. What does it mean? You just see, it depends. Suppose the crop will be very good when the rainfall amount of rainfall is good. You have seen sometimes in the drought situation where the farmers, they used to suffer with the crop and etc. Now we will discuss some types of correlation. There are many types of correlation, but in very effective terms I can say three correlations. The first one is positive correlation. What does it mean? If the two variables deviate in the same direction, correlation is positive. In other words, you can say if the change in one variable if the change in one variables affect we are discussing the positive one, yeah. If the two variables deviate in the same direction, correlation is positive. That is, if increase or decrease in one results in a corresponding increase or decrease in the other. For example, income and expenditure is a positive correlation. Suppose you can take one example, area of circle, that is pi r square. Area depends on the radius of the circle. Whenever you are increasing the radius of the circle, definitely positive increase in the area is seen, and if you are reducing the radius, you will get a decrease. So this is positive correlation. You can take one example, like this one. Now negative correlation. What is a negative correlation? If the two variables deviate in opposite direction, correlation is negative. That is, if the increase or decrease in one results in a corresponding decrease, that means something is increasing, the other thing is decreasing, or something is decreasing, the other thing is increasing in the other. That means this is called opposite, negative correlation, or inverse correlation also you can say. For example, the correlation between volume and pressure of gas. I think I can remember Boyle's law or Charles' law, something like that. When the volume increases, pressure decreases. When the pressure increases, volume decreases. There is inverse proportion, inversely proportional volume and pressure. So this is negative correlation, you can say. Now we are going to discuss the perfect correlation. What is perfect correlation? Correlation is said to be perfect if the deviation in one variable is followed by a corresponding proportional deviation. Following proportional deviation. How can understand this thing? That means if the deviation of one variable x is proportional to the deviation in the other variable y, then the correlation is said to be perfect. In this case, the plotted points on a graph lie exactly on a straight line. This is called perfect correlation. Now we will discuss a very important formula given by Karl Pearson in the context of coefficient of correlation. Let us see what is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Correlation coefficient between two variables x and y, usually denoted by r of xy or r suffix xy, is numerical measure of linear relationship between them and is defined as rxy equals to summation xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar upon under root summation xi minus x bar whole square into summation yi minus y bar whole square. This can also be put as 1 upon n. What I am doing actually, I am multiplying numerator and denominator by 1 upon n, 1 upon n. So what it will be, see what it will be then, 1 upon n summation sigma I minus sigma x, sigma I minus x bar into yi minus y bar. And again here also when you will take outside, 1 by n will be common. So I have multiplied numerator and denominator by 1 upon n. Therefore this can be written as, this is what, this is sigma standard deviation, sigma xi minus x bar whole square upon n. This is sigma x standard deviation and this is for y standard deviation, and the above one is simply written as it is. So you can how you can write it in this way, r of xy is equal to summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar upon n sigma x sigma y. This is the only thing. This is the correlation coefficient, and this is alternate formula also you can remember. R of xy is equal to n summation xy minus summation x into summation y upon under root n summation x square minus summation x whole square, again into under root n sigma y square minus summation or sigma y whole square, where n is the number of pairs of values of x and y. Correlation coefficient is independent of change of origin and a scale. Let us define the new variable u and v as u is equal to x minus a y h and v is equal to y minus v upon k, where a, b, h, k are constant. Then r x y is equal to r u v. In that case, the coefficient of correlation is given by, in the new term, new variable u v, r of u v is equal to n sigma u v minus sigma u sigma v. As you can see here, in the similar way it is written over here. We have what we have done, we have just changed the variable u and v instead of writing x and y. These two things are same, so you can remember this one. Let us come to one problem. Find the correlation coefficient between the values x and y. X is given 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. Y is given 8, 12, 15, 17, 18, 20. How many numbers are values are 6, n equals to 6. You just write down the values of x. This is 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. Y already given, that I have written. X square, the square, you just square these numbers. 1 square 1, 3 square 9, 5 25, 7 square 49, 8 64, 10 100. Again simply you square the y, you will get because here is 8, so 64, 12 12s are 144, like that, and you just multiply corresponding element of x y. You will get 8 into y 1 8, 12 into 3 36, 15 into 5 75, and like that. So find the summation of xy, you will get 582. Summation of xy, summation of y square equals to 1446. Summation of x square is equal to 248, and summation y is equal to 90. Summation x is equal to 34. You just apply the Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation is given by. Just write it down. How it? What is the formula? Just see the formula. Formula is R of xy is equal to n sigma xy. Here just see, sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y, under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square, under root sigma y square minus, with n is also there, minus sigma y whole square. You write the values over here. N equals to 6, sigma xy is 582 minus sigma x is 34 and sigma y is 90. You have written here under root n is 6 and sigma x square is how much, 248, minus sigma x whole square is, what you will write, 34, because this is 34 and square it, under root 6 into 1, 446, and this one. So after simplifying this calculation or simplifying it, we can get 0.9879. So this is the correlation of coefficient of the given data. Similarly, we can see one more problem. 10 students got the following percentage of marks in in the following table. This is in the following principal economics and statistics. So and this one is the roll number given 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. Marks in economics, you can see 78, 36, 98, and so on. You can see here. Marks in statistics 84, 51, 91, 60, 68, 62, and so on. You just see. What you have to calculate is the coefficient of correlation. So let the marks in the two subjects be denoted by x and y respectively. You just write the value of x over here, the value of y over here. Now you find the mean of x. You will get summation x is equal to 650 and x bar, that is mean of this one, is summation x by n, that is 65, and mean of y is 66. So you just subtract u minus, because in this case you have to find out, now you see the problem, u is written as x minus x bar, so you have to find out x bar over here, and here you have to find out y bar. So simply that I have done here, u equals to x minus 65, because I have got the value of x bar as 65, which is your mean, and v is equal to y minus y bar, which is also a mean of y, and you just write it down. So you will get summation v and summation u as 0, and summation y is 660, that is already I have told you, and make the square of u. You will find these values 169, 841, 1059, 1600, 100, 289, 625, and so on. You just square the value of v here, you will get these values, and multiply the corresponding elements of u and v. You will get these values: 234, 435, 825, 240, 20, minus 68, and like this. Now you find the summation of uv, you will get 2734 here. Summation v square is 2224, triple 24. Summation u square, you will get 5398. Summation v and summation u is 0, and summation x is already you have got 350, and summation y is 360. Now you just put these values in the correlation coefficient formula. R of u v is equal to n summation u v minus summation u summation v upon under root n summation u square minus summation u whole square, and into under root n summation v square minus summation v whole square. Now here n is 10, u bar is summation ui upon n, and v bar is summation vi upon n, which you have got the value 0 already. See these two values 0. So you just write it here, 0 into 0, and here n is 10 and summation uv, you have got how much? uv is this 2374, I think 2734, and after calculating you will get this value 0.7589. So what I want to say you, this is very easy. You have to remember only the formula, and rest is okay. You can see by this problem that it is very easy to understand these things. All right, now we will discuss rank correlation. What actually it is, rank correlation. Arranging, no, why the rank correlation is needed, yeah, or what actually it is. You have seen arranging people or items in the order of merit or expertise in a field, subjects, or characteristics is known as ranking. The number or grade indicates the position of human beings, items, or products is called their rank. If the ranks of individuals or items are available for two characteristics, then correlation coefficient ranks of these two characteristics is known as rank correlation, isn't it? If you want to see a little bit uh, in a vast way, you can understand sometimes we have to deal with the problems in which data cannot be quantitatively measured but qualitative assessment is possible. you know I'm just making you to understand what is rank correlation. Here I have written the definition which you can say also. Let us give some specific examples to understand. Let a group of n individuals be arranged in order of merit or proficiency in the possession of two characteristics A and B, right? The ranks in the two characteristics are in general different. For example, if A stands for intelligence and B for beauty, it is not necessary that the most intelligent individual may be the most beautiful and vice versa. Thus, an individual who is ranked at the top for the characteristics A may be ranked at the bottom for the characteristics B. Let xi, yi, where I runs from 1 to 3 dot n, be the ranks of the n and individuals in the group for the characteristics A and B respectively. Pearsonian coefficient of correlation between the ranks xi's and yi's is called the rank correlation coefficient between the characteristics A and B for that group of individuals. thus, thus in a nutshell I have told you here, if the rank of individuals or items are available for two characteristics, then the correlation between ranks of their two characteristics is known as rank correlation. The rank correlation coefficient is given by this formula: R equals to 1 minus 6 summation capital DI whole square upon n in the bracket n square minus 1. Now what is DI? If DI denotes the difference in the ranks of the ith individual, then DI equals to xi minus yi is equal to xi minus x bar minus yi minus y bar. Okay, this has the value. Now see one example, one problem based on rank correlation. How to find the rank correlation? See the persons. Compute the rank correlation coefficient for the following data. Persons given A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Ranks in maths, they have got A has got 9, B has got 10, C has got 6, D 5, E 7, F 2, G 4, H 8, I 1, J 3. Rank in physics, A has got 1, but B has got 2, C 3, D has got 4, E has got the 5th rank, F has got 6th rank, G 7th, like that. So you have to find out the rank correlation coefficient. How to find it? Make a table simply. The persons here A, B, C, D, F up to J. R1, I am just writing here the ranks R1, and there are the two categories. That is why I have written R1 for maths maybe and R2 for physics. Now R1, the rank is given like this, you just write it down here, and R2 you just write it down here. You have to find D. D means what? R1 minus R2. Rank D is, this is the formula, D is R1 minus R2, you have to write it. So you have got D 8, 8, 3, 1, 2 minus 4 minus 3 and like that. Now square the values of these d. You have got this 64, 64, 9, 1, 4, 16 and all right. So all these things, the summation d square is equal to 280. Now the formula is r equals to 1 minus summation 6 sigma d square upon n square minus 1, which is equal to 1 minus 6 into 280, because summation d square has the value 280 and n is 10 and n square minus 1, that is 10 square minus 1. So after calculating this, we get the value as minus 0.697. This is the rank correlation coefficient. So this is the way to find rank correlation. You can try, students, you are said here you are required to solve some problems based on the rank correlation. They are very important. In the consequence, you come to the next topic, which is very important. Definitely you are going to have one problem in your question paper. I am talking about in semester exams only. This is tied ranks. This is tied rank. What is tied ranks? About tied ranks, if any two or more individuals have same rank, you just understand, try to understand, if any two or more individuals have same rank or the same value in the series of marks. Suppose some three persons have got the same marks, that means they are going to have same rank. Then the above formula fails and requires an adjustment. In such cases, average rank is the average of the in such cases each individual is given an average rank. This common average rank is the average of the ranks which these individuals would have assumed if they were slightly different from each other. Thus if two individuals are ranked equal to the 6th place, they would have assumed the 6th and 7th ranks if they were ranked slightly different. Their common rank will be 6 plus 7 upon 2, that is 6.5. Again, you can take one example, that if they were ranked, suppose if three individuals are ranked equal at 4th place, they would have assumed the 4th, 5th and 6th ranks if they were ranked slightly different, and their common rank will be 4 plus 5 plus 6 upon 3. You just have to find out the average and you are going to get 5. Now adjustment, what the adjustment is? Adjustment is you add 1 by 12 m bracket in the bracket m square minus 1 to summation d square, where m stands for the number of times an item is repeated. Alright, this adjustment factor is to be added for each repeated item. These adjustment factor is to be added for each repeated item. Thus rank is r equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square plus so many this ranks are given, I mean these values are given. M stands for number of times the item is repeated. So as many items, that many you will find that many number you will find, that is 1 upon 12 m1 square minus 1 plus 1 upon 12 m2 square minus 1 plus 1 upon 12 m3 square minus 1, like that, upon n square minus 1. Now you see on one problem. Problem is obtain the rank correlation coefficient for the following data. You see, x is 68, 64, 75, 50, 64, 80, 75 days, and y has these values 60, 58, 68, 45, 81, 60, 68. You just see two persons have got the same marks here. Two persons have got the 75 same, and 3 persons have got 64, 64, 64. So you can say they are getting same rank here. Now in that case, how will you find it? Here marks are given, so write down the ranks. Marks, x is given what? 68, 64, 75, 50, 64, 80, 75, 40, 55, 64. Here is the total. This is written total. Why it is written already? You just write it down here. Now rank in X. How will you find the rank? X in X. That means you see which one has got the highest. I think 80. This should be written as rank 1. After that, go for the second rank. Which number is just below 80? You can find this is 75 is just below to 80. No, there is one more marks. Yes, 75. But 75 has 2% set go of 75. That means if this is rank 2, this is rank 3. So what you have to do, you just make the average of these two, 2 plus 3, 5, and divide by 2. You will get 2.5. So these two persons have got the rank 2.5, 2.5. So first one is first rank, second, third. Now you will go fourth. Which item has fourth? So this 68, he has got fourth rank. Now fifth, just below 68. Which one is fifth? 50. This has got fourth rank. Now you see, fifth is, this is 64, 64, 64. Three persons have got same marks. So this will be fifth rank, sixth rank, and seventh. Now you have to add these numbers 5, 6, and 7. So 5 and 6, 11, or 7, 18. Divide by 3, you will get 6. So then you will have to write at the rank 5th, the value is 6. Again here 6, that is 6th rank, and 7th you have got 6. This is the rank 7. Now 8th rank will be, 8th rank is 55. This is this. 9th rank, which person had got 50? Just below 55 is 50 marks. So this is 9th rank, and after 50, below 50, who has got that? 40 marks. So this is 10th rank. Alright. In the similar way, you can find rank in Y. This is Y. Who has got the highest? This is 81. So this should be written as rank 1. Now you have to find out the rank 2. Rank 2, just below 81, which marks is there? 70. This is rank 2. Below 70, 68. But 60 has 8 has two persons had go. So 2. This is third and fourth rank. So third and fourth, you make the average. Third and fourth, 3 and 4, 7 divided by 2, 3.5. So this is third rank is 3.5, and fourth is also 3.5. Now you have go for fifth rank. Fifth rank, this is 62. Fifth rank. Sixth rank, this sixth rank has got this one 60. Seventh rank, who has got just below 60? This is 58. This seventh rank. Eighth rank is 50. This is 8. Ninth rank is 48, and 10th rank is 45. So in this way we can find this ranks. Now you can find D, simply x minus y. X minus y, that means 4 minus 5 is minus 1, 6 minus 7 is minus 1, 2.5 minus 3.5 is minus 1, 9 minus 10 is minus 1, 6 minus 1 is 5, 1 minus 6 is minus 5, and this value. So this is all about. So D, you find the average total of this, you will get 0 here. D square, make the square of these D's. So minus 1 whole square is 1, minus 1 whole square is 1, and all. 5 square is 25, minus 5 square is 25. Now you find the summation of D square. This is 72. Now you just see M has the values 2, 3, and 2. How you will get it? See, 68 has 2 values over here. 68 here, and anywhere 68 is there? No, 75 here and 75 here. 2 values. So M has 2 values. This is first one. Then 75, there are 64, 1, 2, 3. So M has third value 3. And in this Y case, you have 2 repeated values, 68 and 68. So M has 2. So M has 3 values, M1, M2, and M3. So you just write the formula R equals to 1 minus 6 summation D square. This is 72. 1 upon 12 m1, you will take the first value of m here, 2 square minus 1, plus 1 upon 12, take the second value 3 square minus 1, plus 1 upon 12, take the third value of m, that is 2 square minus 1, and n is 10 square minus 1. So after simplifying, you will get the value as 0.545. So this is the rank correlation coefficient. This is very important problem, students. You try to understand. So this is all about the correlation and its different coefficient of correlations. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much. In the next class, discussion class, we will discuss if you have any problem. So till then, goodbye. Thank you so much.